What is going on, my beautiful YouTube community? We're here at Independence Harley-Davidson, and today we'll be doing a review on the 2020 Harley-Davidson Roadster. So let's get things started in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so I have the 2020 Roadster here in front of me, and the Roadster is going to be a part of the Sportster family, and we're going to go ahead and do a test ride on this baby today and give you my first impressions and first thoughts. But first I'm going to go ahead and go over a few of the features of the bike. So the Roadster comes with the 1200cc motor, putting out 76 foot-pounds of torque, and she has 5 gears. The wet weight is going to be 571 pounds. She also comes with the lowered bars and inverted forks. You're going to have dual disc brakes and floating rotors on this unit, and it also comes already ready for 2-up riding. You got your rear foot pegs here and your aggressively styled 2-up seat. The seat height is going to be 29.5 inches. And you're gonna have a ground clearance of 5.9 inches. And out of all the Sportsters, this particular model is gonna have the highest ground clearance. So let's take a look at what options we have on your Speedo. Using this button here, you're able to cycle through the different options. I'm not sure if it's picking up due to the fact of the bright sunlight right now, but you get your miles that the bike has. You have trip A, trip B, a clock, and an RPM meter, or gauge, or whatever you want to call it. So let's get a plate on here, get her cranked up, and get her out on the road. All right. So we are here on the Independence Harley-Davidson Riding Academy range. I always like to do a quick spin around the range to make sure everything's riding smooth before I take a bike out. But feels good to me. So let's go ahead and take her on a quick test ride. If it's your first time by the channel, and you enjoy videos such as bike reviews, anything motorcycle related content, be sure and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up at the end of the video and comment below. I typically respond to all comments posted. So we're just going to do a quick ride. I'm not going to go over too many more of the specs as I did in the beginning. If you need more details in regards to the specs, it's all over the internet. It's on Harley-Davidson's website and other places. But yeah, I'm just going to focus on the actual quality of the ride, the way the bike feels, and let you know my impressions on how I like the riding stance, because you know I ride a Sportster as well. Mine was actually sitting outside. I just rolled past it, but this is my first time actually riding the Roadster, which has, to be honest, from the feel of the ride, it has more of an aggressive riding stance. It almost feels like a mix between a sports bike and a cruiser, because it has that, you know, like a tracker style. Like it reminds me of when I used to ride, like, not a super sport, but a regular sports bike, like where you're in a more comfortable seating position. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you know what I mean. It definitely feels comfortable as far as suspension wise. It's not going to be one of the bikes, just from my first impressions, you know, it's not going to be one of those bikes you're going to want to take on really, really long road trips, but it definitely seems like a bike that'll be fun to ride around in and out of town, just to zip around in traffic, go bar hopping, or you know, you can take a quick ride up into the mountains and go enjoy some twisties on her. Feels like that's the type of bike this is. We're going to test the cornering up here, which I feel like the cornering should be amazing on this bike due to the fact that it has that 5.9 ground clearance, because it sits up a little bit higher, and you got mid controls instead of forwards, so you're going to have a lot more clearance when it comes to cornering. And I definitely was right. It hits the corners with ease. And again, this is the Sportster, which is going to be Harley-Davidson's, one of the lighter motorcycles that Harley makes. And I think it's called the Sportster because it's very zippy. Well, this one is the Roadster, but it's part of the Sportster family, as I said earlier. So what I'm gonna do here is once I turn this corner, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick acceleration test. Not nothing too crazy, but we're gonna run through the gears and see how she feels. All right, so when I turn, I'm gonna start off slow, then I'm gonna roll on the throttle and just go through a few of the gears. Let's go. Okay. It's definitely smooth when you're going through the gears, and due to the way I'm sitting on it, it feels like an aggressive riding position. Like when you start giving it gas and throttle, it makes you naturally want to lean down a little bit and get into the tuck. But again, it's a cruiser, so you can't go into a full tuck on this bike. You feel really connected to the road. The suspension is not really soft, but it's there to help soften up those bumps you're hitting, but you definitely can still feel the road beneath you. And this is more of their sporty line, or entry-level motorcycles, so that it's not going to have all of that comfort aspect as some of the bigger ones do. But it's still a Harley, and it's fun. And actually, the Sportster is one of the longest made classes or model. You know, Harley's been making this one for the longest. One thing I did notice, which that's probably just my personal opinion, you see where my legs are with the mid controls? That's part of the reason I like forward controls a little bit better, because sometimes I bump my shin on those controls when I put my feet down, or if I'm backing the bike up or something like that. But the benefit of mid controls is you got a lot more clearance, and it feels like you have more control over the bike. But when you put your legs down, there is possibility for your shins to go ahead and hit those mid controls. So going up here, we got some baby turns, or baby twisties, I like to call them. So I'll let you know how I think I'm getting smacked by leaves. I'll let you know how I think she feels up there. One thing I will have to say is with the 2020 models, as well as the 19s, I've noticed that on too, Harley has been doing a lot better with the stock seats that come with these motorcycles. My motorcycle is a 2007, and the stock seat was brutal. This seat actually feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like a seat you're gonna have to change immediately as soon as you get the bike, versus some of the older sporties, the seat was just like, after like 10 minutes of riding, your bun's gonna blister, and you know, so it encourages you, I guess, to go pick up another seat. But this seat actually feels really comfortable, and I like the riding style. It feels good in the turn. It really does remind me of a sports bike riding position, but sitting more upright, not completely in the tuck. And that's probably because of the lower bars, how they're down low. It gives you a little bit of that slouch over feel. but not as far over as it would be if it had clip-ons. If it had clip-ons, it would be down here, and you'd be like more like this, more of an actual sports bike riding position. And people do that to a lot of their Sportsters, turn it into like a cafe racer. But the Roadster already has kind of a little bit of that cafe feel. All right, so what I'm gonna do when I get up here, I'm gonna pull over in the parking lot, do a quick walk around, give you my final thoughts on the bike. Okay, let's just pull right here. This should be good. Oh, see, I hit my leg again on those mid controls. It's just something you got to get used to on where to put your legs down. So if you look at the bike, it's definitely the shortest wheelbase that Harley-Davidson makes, but the bike looks good. It's a good looking bike. It's very small. It's good for zipping around town, bar hopping, getting in and out of traffic. It definitely has the power. The power is there, and you can actually increase the power by putting a stage 1 kit on here, throw some slip-ons on or a full exhaust, swap out that airflow to get a little bit higher velocity airflow going into the bike. I think I said that right. If not, oh well. But again, it's the 1200 motor. It's air cooled, and it has a really good look. I love the graphics on the tank on this bike. If you look at that, it has like a flag design in it, and it looks really good. The bike looks good, and the seat again is comfortable, way more comfortable with you than what you'd be used to on a Sportster. So the big question, would I own this bike and ride it on an everyday basis? And you all should know that answer. Just realized the plate was on upside down, but you all should know that answer, and that's going to be yes. I ride a Sportster now, and I ride it on a regular. Voila. So this is definitely a bike you could pick up and have some fun on. But let's get her back over here to the dealership. And again, I am 6 feet tall, and I'm comfortable on here. I don't feel out of place or cramped up by any means whatsoever. And the bike is extremely fun. But as you all know, everyone's going to have their own opinion regarding the motorcycle. And the only way you're going to know if this is the right bike for you is to stop by your local Harley-Davidson dealership and take her on a test ride. If you're anywhere in the Charlotte area, swing by Independence Harley-Davidson, ask for me. I'll be glad to go ahead and take you out on a demo or get one of the sales specialists to take you out. But as always, if you have not done so as of yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and comment below. Y'all get out here and ride, people. Be safe, be blessed, and live life. Love y'all. Peace. Gotta get her back in. Thought somebody was gonna open the door for me. Guess not. Not special today. Not special enough. I gotta get up and open it myself. Man, it's hot.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Please don't talk about me.